What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Triple Z podcast. I'm your host, Isaiah Henry. The James Harden saga continues as the 10-time All-Star doesn't attend the 76ers Media Day. As we know, James Harden has been in the spotlight since the offseason because he's had dispute with Daryl Morey about not signing an extension with the 76ers. With the NBA season right around the corner, the 76ers can't afford to have a mess like this going into the season. The 76ers overall as an organization has been, honestly, a joke, really, because they didn't make any significant moves to improve their roster. Your star player, James Harden, has called out your GM multiple times, calling him a liar, says that he's not offering the money he deserves. MVP and Joel Embiid has made a few comments that insinuates that he's not impressed with the 76ers and that it's possible he can want to win a championship elsewhere in the league. I don't see how James Harden benefits from causing all these problems off the court. This is his third time requesting a trade without delivering anything for the organizations he's played for. The only way he can get out of Philadelphia is if he makes the entire organization uncomfortable with his antics, showing up out of shape, not giving his best effort on the basketball court. He has to go out on a bad note in order to get his way. Harden has made it clear that he wants to be traded to the Clippers, but with the Clippers, they don't have enough assets to trade for James Harden. They don't have crazy young talent. They don't have that many draft picks to offer the 76ers. Most of their first round draft picks were traded away when they acquired Paul George a couple years ago from OKC. The Clippers, here's the thing with the Clippers, they don't need James Harden. It seems like Harden thinks that. Harden may think to himself, I'm the missing piece that the Clippers need, but the Clippers don't need James Harden. If the Clippers don't acquire James Harden, they can still be a problem in the West. You still have Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, Terrence Mann. You still have so many interchangeable pieces on the Clippers roster that can help them throughout the West. The Clippers probably want Harden, but they understand they don't need Harden. Philadelphia probably ended their talks with the Clippers because they understand there's other teams out there with better assets that can benefit the 76ers roster. If Philadelphia can find another team they can trade Harden to for valuable assets around the trading deadline, maybe acquire more depth, couple wing defenders, and people that can space out the floor, which can help Joel Embiid's game, honestly, because if Joel Embiid gets double on the block, he can pass it out to the shooters that can knock down the three consistently as well. And if you get James Harden off your back, I truly do believe Tyrese Maxey's game can reach another level. That 20 points a night he was averaging can easily go to 23, 25 points a night. Maxey isn't the same playmaker and facilitator as Harden, but that aspect of his game can improve and benefit his game as well. This may be a bold take, but Maxey and Embiid can be a better duo than Harden and Embiid. Not saying Maxey's a better player than James Harden, but it's a better fit because Maxey knows everything runs through Embiid. There's been reports from Rachel Nichols that says Harden thinks he should be running the show, and that could be another reason why he wants out of Philadelphia. If I'm the Sixers and the season's right around the corner, it's best to get ahead of all this drama off the court, because if your MVP and superstar player in Joel Embiid starts to have some doubts about his future in Philadelphia, he can ultimately request a trade and try to go to another team that's very promising. Look at Giannis, what he did before the Damian Lillard trade. He made it clear that he's not sure about signing an extension. He's not sure about his future with Milwaukee because it didn't seem like they want to win at this very moment. But Joel Embiid has the same impact on the 76ers where he can say, hey, I'm not fully invested with this team because we're not making the right moves to win right now. So if I'm Philadelphia, I'm going to do everything I can to make my superstar happy. I'm going to try my best to find other teams that have better assets that can help the Philadelphia 76ers squad benefit from trading James Harden. And, with James Harden, it's really sickening at sometimes because he's done this multiple times. Kevin Garnett said, you only got a few wiggles to really get yourself out of a certain situation. James Harden is on what? His third wiggle right now? I mean, he's asked for a trade out of Houston, Brooklyn, and now Philadelphia. I mean, at some point in time, other teams definitely look at how a superstar leaves a team or requests a trade. Harden, with the Clippers, if I'm the Clippers, I'm not looking at this like, oh, this is an opportunity to get James Harden. I'm looking at this like, the way how he's been, forcing his way out of all these teams, is he really worth the trouble? And honestly, right now in this stage, he's really not. I'm not saying James Harden, can't play in this league. He definitely can. But the way how he's carrying himself and the way how he's, going out in and out of all these organizations and not delivering anything, how are you benefiting as a team from that? So if I'm the 76ers, I'm going to try to find the best scenario where I can get James Harden off my hands, look to develop Tyrese Maxey so he can reach another level of increasing his game. I mean, if I'm the 76ers, I got to do everything I can to make this team happy, because to make Joel Embiid happy, honestly, because if he wants to request a trade, I mean, Philadelphia is going to be in shambles. Absolutely in shambles. I mean, we're talking about a team that hasn't been past the second round at all. In the past, several years, they haven't been past the second round. I mean, Joel Embiid hasn't even made a conference finals. Joel Embiid, last year's MVP, the leading scorer in the league, has not made a conference finals at all. I mean, Philadelphia needs to find a way to make the situation better, because if he requests a trade, this whole organization is going to be in shambles. Thank you guys for listening to the Triple Z podcast. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Zzz.